Hey, it's Chris here. I've got a special request, okay? And I'm apprehensive to share this. I'm not even sure if I'm going to put this video online. But I think I'm going to do it because that discomfort is a good sign, you know? It shows that I'm stretching myself. So, the special request is, would you please help me buy this sculpture that I want called Emanation from this amazing artist called Suki Baba. Okay, would you please support me? So the request is that will you send me some money into my PayPal account? And I say money like that because it makes me feel awkward, which is one of the reasons why I want to share this, because there's the request I'm making. There's a whole sort of load of inappropriateness that seems to come around it, or that I seem to be thinking is inappropriate. And then there's a few kind of interesting ideas that might be fun to play with and that might keep us in contact and that might help build a story of newness and goodness in the world. So one of those things, inappropriateness is me asking for money, you know, asking you to just put money into my personal account, in my PayPal account, for my birthday. It's going to be my birthday on Monday, but it's like just asking for money, you know, from people who are like probably not even going to give me a gift or a card or anything. So that's like a fun piece of inappropriateness. It's also deciding what I want for my birthday and asking for it. That's like, you know, in England we don't do that. No, in England we just kind of like receive the gift from the giver, and you know, we just do it properly. So also that's a little bit of fun, like inappropriateness, that a taboo that I'm kind of kicking aside. And yeah, the other piece is probably asking for this. I'm going to say, please, one thing you could really help with, even if you can't send me money, is could you just spread this out there, spread this story out there. So I'm actually going to I'm hoping to be receiving some money coming in from people I don't even know, but they're just interested in this story, okay? And so, yeah, so that feels also a little bit inappropriate, but quite good fun. So why am I doing this, right? Okay. I have recently had this experience of like reconfiguration in my mind, in my perspective on who I am in the world and how I'm living my life. And it's become very clear for me that this like sacred path of music and ceremony and medicine and music, that has to be like front and central. There is nothing else that excites me as much as that. And my coaching work and my professional kind of business coaching work has to fit within that, right? And buying this sculpture, investing in this sculpture, is a sign of that commitment to myself. It's a lot of money. It's a sign of saying this path, this step, this sacred work is front and central in my life. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why. Another reason why I want this gift is that it is so fucking beautiful, okay, and powerful. You can see in the picture, it probably doesn't give it like enough, but it's like, it's this 62 centimeter high you know, statue made of metal of a sitting Buddha, made up of like tiny little Buddhas. It's like a net, and then but it's just awesome. I've been there. I've been to Suki's house. I've held these things in my hands. I've seen them there, and they're so powerful and beautiful. And my intention is to take this with me. You know, to take it with me to ceremonies, to gatherings, to festivals, to art events. We're going to have it on display in our house when people come and sing here on Thursday. We'll take it to the Secret Sundays that Ruth does every Sunday. I've got a series of workshops I'm doing this winter called Movement, Music and Medicine. It's going to sit right in the middle of all of them. I want thousands and hundreds and thousands of people to see this beautiful piece of art, and for that, for it, just by seeing it and meditating with it, and maybe it can have a little candle inside, it's going to like transform their consciousness. And I know that's Suki's intention for the creation of these images, is to get this beautiful, powerful image of the Buddha out there into the world, because, you know, it's a reflection of us. It's a reflection of our consciousness. Like, we are all Buddha consciousness, you know, we have that inside us. So the more we see these beautiful pieces of artwork out there in the world, like, good, you know, let's get it out there. And obviously, part of this is supporting Suki and her work, supporting her incredible like tenacity and courage to create these things. Like, there was only in this series, I think there was maybe 6 or 10 of these items created, and they're really difficult to create. You know, they take a Suki had to go to the foundry, I think is what you call it, in Germany, and spend months living there so she could be in there every single day, and they could figure out this process that's completely unique. It's like never been done before. Figure out this process of creating these sculptures that are like, you know, just the way that it is, it's like difficult to make. So I don't know at all how that makes, but anyway, how that works. But, you know, what we're going to be supporting Suki by giving her all of this money for the sculpture, you know, and she's doing some incredible work. Like, she made this sculpture is like 60 centimeters high. She made one, I'm not sure, it was like 2.5 meters high or something, or 3 meters high, and it stood in the main like atrium, the main hallway for this massive bank in central London for like 6 months last year. Like, how amazing is that? Like a huge Buddha sitting in the bank. Like, yes, Suki, go! I want to support you. So, sorry this video is getting on, but there's so much goodness in it, okay? So, the way that this is going to work, how will this work, is there's a PayPal link below, okay? It's going to come into my personal account. I'm inviting you to offer as a gift whatever you feel good offering, Could be £100, could be £10, could be £500. If you want to be kept in contact about where this sculpture ends up and what I take it to, and have some pictures of it kind of doing its thing in a ceremony space or in a singing circle or whatever, please put your email in the notes section on the PayPal, alongside your payment, and then I know I can just kind of like add you to my mailing list and keep you updated as to how I use the sculpture and be involved in the story. And you could put your name there as well, because what I would love is that, like, imagine how many people are going to ask, where does that sculpture come from? Whoa, whose that? Wow, that's amazing. What's the story behind the sculpture? And I can say, whoa, it was a really fucking cool story, actually. I did this thing where I felt really uncomfortable about asking a shitload of people for money, but, I really got clear that it's not for me. I'm not trying to, like, get this sculpture and be selfish about it. I want to facilitate this sculpture getting out there in the world, and I want to help Suki with her work, and, I want to help the planetary consciousness transform. And if I have this sculpture and I take it everywhere, that's better than it being in the art gallery. So I'm going to get over my own discomfort and fucking ask for what I want. That's another one of the cool ideas I think about this whole idea is I'm kind of standing here asking for what I want from the life, from universe, and maybe I don't get it, but whatever. I fucking tried, I asked for a big thing. And I'm not going to tell you how much the sculpture costs, okay? Because it doesn't matter. It's also, I've been given like a private offer because it's in a gallery, and Suki's given me a personal offer because we know each other. So I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I will agree that if we don't have enough money to buy the sculpture from the gifts given by the end of Monday, the 21st, by the end of Monday, I'm going to return all the money. I'm going to return. I think it's easy over PayPal. I would just ask. I just return all of the money. So yeah, I mean, it's like, this is a big thing I'm asking. There's a lot of trust, a lot of fun, a lot of cool ideas. I think a really powerful, interesting story. And yeah, I just invite you to take part in that if you want, okay? Let me just see if there's anything I forgot. No, cool. Okay, so just last couple of things was that it's now Saturday the 19th. My birthday is Monday the 21st. I'm going to be 32. It would be magical if by the end of Monday I had enough money in my PayPal to get this, okay? So that's what I'm praying for, And you could really help by A, sending me some money, which would be magic, or B, please send this video around. Like, share this with your friend, maybe just 1 or 2 friends, especially if they actually know me. 1 or 2 people who think, well, that's a cool idea, and yeah, let's get it out there and let's see. And please, when you speak about it, invite them into the story of what this is. This is an opportunity to give. And for it to be so wholesomely received, and to go to this artist and to go to the sculpture and like the links and the PayPal and everything. So yeah, thank you for listening. I know it's a long video. Much love. Bye.